Let me ask you something. So we did this a while back, and I thought this might be a good time to bring it out and have another discussion about what you would do in certain unusual situations that would test your judgment, test your morals, test your character. So I've got 5 more questions for you. I'm actually going to go ahead and tag a couple folks in this one that I think might be really interesting if they were to answer these 5 questions as well. First, I'm going to tag Clay from Terminally Nerdy. I'm going to tag Adman 2099, the one and only Adam Cooper, and I'm going to tag my friend Diginyxx. If you find this interesting and you want to jump in on the tag, you're tagged as well. Post your video responses and let me know in the comments so I can go check it out and share the answers with the world. Alright, question number 1. What would you do if you found out that a close friend or a loved one had actually murdered a whole bunch of people? Would you turn them in and see justice done for the families? Or would you protect them and keep their secret in the hopes that they'll never do it again? Question number 2. If you had the opportunity to live forever, would you take it, knowing that everyone you meet, everyone you love, and everyone you know will eventually grow old and die, and you won't? Question number 3. If you could go back and erase one bad decision that you made at some point in your life, would you? And what is the decision that you would erase? Question number 4. If you were granted just one wish, what would you wish for? And what would be the potential negative effects of that wish? What could go wrong? Question number 5. If you could meet basically God or whatever all-powerful being you might believe in, and you were able to ask that supreme being just one question, what would you ask them? Alright, so post your answers in the comments section below, or, as I said, pick up the tag and run with a video response and let me know what you come up with. So here are my answers. Number 1, if you found out that a close friend or loved one was a serial killer, would you protect them or would you turn them in? To be honest with you, it really depends on who it is. And I'm probably a horrible person for saying that, but look, if it was my wife or one of my kids, I would struggle a lot with turning that person in, because I would feel like, look, I know you so well, I could help you, we can fix this. My instinct would be to protect them. But say if it was like, I don't know, like one of my brothers, guys, you know I love you, but sorry, I'm probably turning you in for the greater good of society. Sorry. Question number 2, if you could live forever, would you choose to do that, knowing that everyone you ever meet and love is eventually going to grow old and die, and you won't? You know, as lonely as that existence sounds, I gotta say that the curiosity, I would want to see what the world becomes. You know, I would want to see the far-flung future and find out what becomes of humanity and what becomes of this world. Yeah, I mean, you lose people along the way, of course. People you know and love are going to grow old and die, and you're not. Well, I mean, we lose people. That's part of life. That's part of the human experience. So I definitely say I'd go for it, live forever. Question number 3, if you could go back and erase one bad decision from your life, would you? And what would that decision be? So, you know, I could say something like, look, I would go back to the 12-year-old me and say, don't pick up that beer. I had a long and hearty drinking career as a teenager, and I could see where maybe undoing the negative effects of that drinking career could be an attractive thing. But I also believe that in many ways, you got to look at how impactful that moment was on your life. If I were to go back and change that, then I wouldn't have gone through the things I went through, and I don't know that I'd be the person I am today. You know, I think that would be too big of a change, and I don't know who I would be right now. I don't know if I'd be talking to you guys right now had I not gone through those experiences. Question number 4, if you were granted just one wish, what would you wish for, and what would be the downside? This kind of sounds cliche, but frankly, I would just wish for money. I would wish for unlimited money. Now look, I know money doesn't buy happiness, right? Money corrupts, power corrupts. I get all that. But I have to say that I am confident enough in myself as a person, in my personal character, in the character of my family, my wife, and those around me, that I really don't believe that the money would corrupt us. So is that the downside, that money could corrupt me? No, not at all. I am sure that we would remain good people, we would do good things to help others and take care of our own. The downside would be the fact that everybody would know that I have all this money. And the sharks come out of the woodwork, and the peddlers come out of the woodwork, and the thieves, and the shysters, and the dangerous people who know you have money come after you, and try to find some way to either latch onto you or take what you have. So that would be the downside. All right, and question number 5. If you could meet the supreme being and ask them just one question, I would look that being right in the eye and ask, what the hell were you thinking? You know, what was the thought process that went into creating life, creating this realm, creating this existence where there are sentient individual minds going about the biological processes of life? I just want to understand what this supreme being was thinking when they brought the universe into existence and created the conditions to foster life. I just want to know. All right, there are my 5, and I want to hear your 5. So, post your answers, post your videos, let me know about it. If you like this particular tag in this video, please hit the like button. Please consider hitting the subscribe and coming along on this driving me crazy journey. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the road.